There's one part on a zero turn that decides whether it lasts 20 years or dies in 3. And it's not the engine, not the deck, not the badge on the side. It's the drive system underneath. On a cheap machine, that's a sealed plastic unit with no filter and no drain plug, built to overheat and quit somewhere between a few hundred hours and gone. When it fails, the repair often costs more than the mower did. But a handful of brands build the opposite way. Serviceable drives you can rebuild. Steel you can't flex by hand. Grease points instead of throwaway parts. Today we're looking at 5 machines that are actually built to be kept, not replaced, ranked by what's under the hood, what breaks, and who they're really for. We started with more, but 2 didn't survive the cut, and I'll tell you exactly why before this is over. Let's start with a brand that got tougher by figuring out what it could leave off the machine. Wright basically invented the stand-on mower back in 1997, and the idea was good enough that John Deere eventually licensed the patent just to compete with it. Most companies try to add features to win you over. Wright went the other direction, and it turned out to be the smarter bet. Why it holds up. A stand-on has fewer moving systems than a full seated unit. No seat tower, no suspension deck to maintain. A dead simple electrical layout with less to short out or corrode over time. The operator stands directly over the drive wheels instead of behind them, which puts your body weight right where the traction is, especially useful on slopes. Add sealed, maintenance-free caster bearings, a heavy 7-gauge deck, and big hydro gear drive units, and you've got a machine with fewer places for something to quietly fail. The strength here isn't speed or comfort, it's uptime. A stand-on is shorter, simpler, and genuinely hard to kill because there's less on it to break in the first place. It's not trying to win every category, it just refuses to quit. The honest downside? The ride is firmer since you're standing, not sitting, and Wright's dealer network isn't as wide as some of the bigger names on this list. So, parts and service can take more effort to track down, depending on where you live. Who it's for. Properties with tight gates, narrow side yards, fences, or urban lots where maneuverability and a smaller footprint matter more than comfort. If you're mowing around obstacles all day and don't want a machine that's more complicated than the job requires, this is where a lot of experienced owners land. And once you've seen a company get tough by stripping things down, the next brand on this list takes the opposite approach entirely, backing its steel with a promise most manufacturers are too nervous to put in writing. Gravely doesn't chase trends, and they don't try to win you over with spec sheet flash. Instead, they do something most manufacturers avoid entirely. They put the word lifetime on a warranty and actually mean it. Why it holds up. The ProTurn line's deck shell carries a lifetime warranty, and you don't offer that unless you're confident the steel isn't coming back to you in pieces. That confidence isn't just marketing either. Instead of running a standard transaxle, Gravely builds these machines around a separate pump and wheel motor drive architecture, similar to what you'd expect on equipment costing considerably more. Pair that with a genuinely heavy frame, and you end up with a deck rigid enough that you can't rock it by hand, which is a simple but telling test of how solid the build actually is underneath the paint. The strength is balance. This isn't the flashiest machine on the list, and it's not chasing a single headline feature. It's just consistently, dependably overbuilt in almost every area that matters, which is exactly why it has one of the most loyal ownership bases in the industry. People don't upgrade off of Gravely because it wore out. They upgrade because they wanted something new. The honest downside? Because it's a jack-of-all-trades machine, it doesn't dominate any one category the way some specialized competitors do. And that overall consistency comes at a premium price point that puts it above some other options on this list. Who it's for. Crews and homeowners who want overbuilt reliability without having to think about it constantly. Machines you can hand off to an employee or a teenager and not worry about how it's being treated. If peace of mind matters more to you than bragging rights, this is where that shows up. From a company that backs its steel with a lifetime promise, we move to the brand that professionals default to for a much simpler reason. It almost never lets them down. eXmark has become the default machine of the professional landscaping world, and it didn't get there through marketing. It got there the boring way, by rarely giving crews a reason to think about it at all. Why it holds up. The deck uses deep baffling that keeps clippings suspended in the airflow longer, so they get cut a second time before they're discharged, which means a cleaner finish without slowing down. The drive system runs separate pumps and motors instead of one combined unit, spreading out heat and wear, so no single component is doing double duty. Engine options are built to go the distance too, with some configurations stretching oil change intervals out to 500 hours, which adds up to serious saved downtime across a full mowing season. The strength isn't one standout feature, it's the absence of weak points. eXmark doesn't necessarily win on cut quality or top speed compared to every name on this list, but it wins by rarely being the reason a crew loses a day of work. That reliability is exactly why it also has one of the deepest dealer networks in the industry, so parts and service are almost never far away, no matter where you're operating. The honest downside? Because it plays it safe across the board, it doesn't lead outright in any single category. And that broad reliability comes with a bit of a name premium built into the price. Who it's for? Buyers and crews who want the safest, most proven workhorse available, the kind of machine you can put in front of an employee and not worry about it stranding a job site. If low drama and easy service matter more to you than chasing a single impressive spec, this is the machine that keeps showing up on properties for exactly that reason. Now, if reliability is one kind of toughness, there's a completely different kind that comes from a machine built to see and reach places nothing else on this list can. Grasshopper has been building every single machine in-house in Moundridge, Kansas since 1969. And the design that defines the brand is one most other manufacturers never bothered copying because it's harder to build well, the front mount layout. Why it holds up? With the engine and deck positioned out front instead of underneath the operator, you get a sightline. Nothing else on this list can match. That means mowing tight around trees, fences, flower beds, and obstacles without constantly guessing where the deck edge is. The deck itself flips straight up for cleaning or blade changes, cutting a job that normally takes real effort down to about a minute. Underneath, separate pumps feed dedicated wheel motors, and the whole build relies on all steel construction rather than lighter materials, which means the drive system is designed to be rebuilt over the years, not swapped out and thrown away. The strength here is maneuverability and visibility that borders on unmatched. On properties full of obstacles, orchards, tight commercial landscaping jobs, that front mount view genuinely changes how efficiently the work gets done. And it's a big reason Grasshopper owners tend to be some of the most loyal in the entire industry. The honest downside, base models don't have suspension, so rough or uneven ground gets felt more than it would on some competitors, and that heavier front deck can struggle to track cleanly over bumpy terrain compared to a mid-mount design. Who it's for? Obstacle-heavy properties, orchards, and anywhere that seeing exactly where you're cutting matters more than a smooth ride. If you've ever fought a mower around tight landscaping and wished you could just see the deck better, this is the layout that solves that problem directly. If breakdowns like this help you avoid an expensive mistake at the dealership, that's exactly the kind of honest comparison we put out regularly, so consider subscribing if you want more of them. And that brings us to the one name that ends the debate every single time you ask a group of professionals which machine is simply the toughest. Ask a dealer, a landscaping crew, or anyone who's run commercial equipment for a living which mower they'd trust the most, and the same name tends to come up: Scag, and specifically the Turf Tiger. Why it holds up? This machine runs dual independent hydro pumps, each feeding its own oversized wheel motor on either side, separately cooled and fully rebuildable rather than sealed and disposable. That kind of redundancy means the drive system isn't working near its limit under normal use, which is exactly why it tends to outlast machines built around a single shared unit. Add a heavy gauge deck, a heavily welded frame, and grease fittings placed throughout the machine, and it's clear this was designed with the assumption that someone would be maintaining it for decades, not trading it in after a few seasons. The strength is simple, widely regarded as the toughest overall package in the category, and the ownership numbers back it up. It's common to hear about these machines pushing past 2,500 hours, sometimes 5,000, without a major rebuild. That kind of longevity also holds resale value in a way a lot of competitors can't match. A used Turf Tiger years down the line still commands real money because it simply isn't worn out. The honest downside, it's heavy, it's not the quickest machine off the trailer, and that reputation comes with a premium price tag to match. Who it's for? Buyers who want a single machine to last the rest of their life. The kind of purchase where the sticker price stings a little less once you realize you may genuinely never need to replace it. It's not the machine for someone chasing the lowest price point. It's the machine for someone done buying mowers altogether. So here's what ties all five together. None of them are cutting corners you can't see, and none of them are betting on a badge instead of the drivetrain underneath it. Wright wins on simplicity, Gravely on peace of mind, eXmark on consistency, Grasshopper on visibility, and Scag on sheer, outlast everything toughness. Different strengths, same philosophy, built to be serviced, not replaced. Whichever one fits your property, the real lesson doesn't change. Check the drive system, check the steel, then actually maintain it. Which one have you owned, and did it hold up the way its reputation promised? Let me know below.